What is dopamine dysregulation in the context of schizophrenia? Have you ever wondered how the brain's chemistry can affect our thoughts and perceptions? This is particularly true in conditions like schizophrenia. So, what exactly is dopamine dysregulation in this context? Dopamine dysregulation refers to the abnormal functioning of the dopamine system in the brain. This system plays a key role in developing symptoms like hallucinations and delusions. Dopamine is a neurotransmitter that helps regulate mood, motivation, reward, and cognitive functions. In individuals with schizophrenia, the dopamine system becomes imbalanced. This imbalance often involves dopamine transmission and receptor activity. A significant aspect of this dysregulation is the overactivity of dopamine signaling in specific brain regions. One such area is the mesolimbic pathway, which is linked to the positive symptoms of schizophrenia, such as hallucinations and delusions. This overactivity is frequently associated with excessive stimulation of dopamine D2 receptors. These receptors are where dopamine binds to exert its effects. When these D2 receptors are hyperactivated, it can lead to the psychotic symptoms seen in schizophrenia. On the flip side, there is often reduced dopamine activity in the prefrontal cortex. This area of the brain is responsible for cognitive functions and emotional regulation. The lower dopamine levels in the prefrontal cortex contribute to the negative symptoms of schizophrenia, such as social withdrawal, lack of motivation, and cognitive impairments. Dopamine dysregulation is not just about having too much dopamine or too many receptors. Recent research suggests that the issue may lie in the regulatory mechanisms that control dopamine releases. Some individuals with schizophrenia have fewer dopamine autoreceptors on their presynaptic neurons. These autoreceptors usually act as a feedback system to detect and limit dopamine releases. When they are lacking, dopamine releases can become excessive and uncontrolled, similar to a faucet that cannot be turned off. This leads to persistent dopamine overactivity in critical brain areas. This dysregulation is influenced by a mix of genetic factors, environmental stressors, and disruptions in brain circuits that regulate dopamine neurons. Stress, especially during vulnerable developmental periods, can worsen this imbalance by affecting these regulatory circuits. Understanding dopamine dysregulation in schizophrenia helps explain why many antipsychotic medications are effective. These medications work by blocking D2 receptors to reduce dopamine activity and alleviate psychotic symptoms. However, these treatments mainly target the postsynaptic receptors and do not address the underlying presynaptic dysregulation. This gap is a focus of ongoing research aimed at developing more effective therapies. In summary, dopamine dysregulation in schizophrenia involves excessive dopamine signaling through D2 receptors in certain brain pathways due to impaired feedback control of dopamine releases. This imbalance contributes to the complex symptoms of schizophrenia and guides current and future treatment strategies.